This podcast is for a mature audience and may be viewed as inappropriate or insensitive to some. Listener discretion is advised. The intention is to share conversation of like and unlike-minded individuals as they try to be the best them they can be in a life full of challenges, searching for love, acceptance, and positivity. Call 669-241-1422 and share yourself or catch up with Sweet Baby J for an anonymous face-to-face interview. Feel free to call in with questions, stories, thoughts, or anything you would love to talk about and share. Nothing is off the table when talking sweet with Sweet Baby J at 669-241-1422.
Ladies and gents and ladies, once again, you are here talking sweet with Sweet Baby J. As always, a no-face, no-case scenario where we give everybody the opportunity to share who they are or not. Young lady, are you going to share who you are?
No, I'm good. I'm straight.
There you go. So what's going on in your world these days?
So right now, kind of like on a hocation right now.
A hocation? What's a hocation? Oh, please do tell.
It's like a vacation, but just being a hoe.
Okay. What? How does that?
How's that work?
Yeah, I'm lost. I don't even know what to ask.
No, that's just doing me, whatever and whoever I like at the moment.
Oh, wow. So you call it a hocation. Why do you call it a hocation?
Because like taking a vacation from relationships.
Oh, okay. So you're just really out here doing your thing. You're not locked into anybody. You just, dang, we jumped right into it. So you're just not locked down by any single person.
Nope, not at all.
Wow. So what's your rotation like?
I just about 4, 5 at a time.
Wait, 4 or 5 at a time, meaning the same 4 or 5, or at any moment somebody could get cut?
Of course they can get cut at any moment because they're not stable. It's not a relationship. So if I feel like they have outlived their usefulness,
oh, wow,
then we could just keep it moving. And it's next.
Wow. Anyone hearing this is going to think that they're going to think ill because unfortunately there is a different stigma that's placed on women that maneuver like this as opposed to men. Do you feel that should be the case, or you're just not caring, no judgment? What is it?
So I feel like what's good for the goose is good for the gander, like just the way it should be. Men can be out here like running up through whoever they like, whenever they like. And their boys are like, oh my God, you a man. So I'm like, if it's cool for them.
It's cool for you.
Cool for me.
So do these different guys know that they're not the only one, that there's others, or how is this working?
So the majority of them know that they know what their purpose is in my life. They know that they are there to service me, and that's it. If they start getting a little too like comfortable with me, like they want to start sharing their feelings, I'm like, oh, nah, we're done.
You really don't want any parts of a relationship?
Oh, no, not at all.
You don't even want to hear about feelings? For
what? Wow. I don't want to get invested in them.
Oh.
That would be insane.
Okay. So, man, it sounds pretty cold, though. But, I mean, I guess it is what it is.
It does. But you know what? Like, I have been in that relationship where, like, I care and I think about their feelings and I'm worried about how they're doing and praying for them, make sure they get home safe. And that is slightly overrated.
So what happened in your last relationship?
I just still wasn't getting what I wanted.
What was it that you wanted? So do you feel that you're getting what you want now?
Well, I'm definitely getting a lot more of what I wanted now.
Wow. What was it that you wanted before then?
I just wanted what I was putting in,
What was that?
Everything. I was putting in time and effort and energy. And when I'm having sex, it's everything. I'm putting everything in it. So there's not a moment that they're like have a chance to even think about getting bored or,
So now
feel like it's not,
now
what it
now that
should be.
That you're not vested into anyone. You don't feel that there's any. you're not missing out on anything because you're not expecting anything in return. You don't even want anything in return except for the goods.
Yeah, I want as many O's as possible.
You want as many what?
As many O's as possible.
Oh, okay. Shit, I gotta ask, are you protected with these guys?
Of course.
Okay. Sheesh. Do you ever worry about STDs or anything like that? Or
Tested last week.
oh, now that's the thing though. You tested last week, but that doesn't mean that something can't happen and then you test.
Yeah, this is true. But I always try to protect myself, and I always let them know that to let me know if they have new people that they're bringing in with them, because also don't mind if they have other people.
Oh,
I'm not like I'm not in a relationship, so I can't be the crazy jealous girlfriend. I have to be like,
what's good for the goose is definitely good for the gander.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not opposed to dating men that have someone else?
No, that's fine.
Oh.
And if they are seeing somebody else, it also helps them not to get too attached to me, so that if I cut them off at a moment's notice, then they're not upset.
They just going right back home.
Right.
Do you ever feel bad for the young lady that is getting cheated on?
So, for the most part, they're not normally being cheated on. They're normally pretty open. Like, they know.
Oh, so they know that their men are out there?
Right.
Oh, wow. So have you ever shared? You and the female, all three y'all get it popping?
Yeah.
Oh, do tell.
And that was a lot of fun. And I actually really like her. I think she's awesome. And, sharing is caring. I've met her not in that situation. I met her first just going out and hanging out. And I thought she was cool. And I thought she was pretty. And
so who
he
introduced
was cool
this?
with it.
She did or he did?
He did. But she mentioned that she wanted that experience. And he was like, well, you know what? I got a friend for you.
And he knew you was down with it?
We had a conversation. The thing is, I feel like all of this is communication, how well you communicate with people as to what it is you want.
Wow.
So this was just us having a conversation he was like, would you be okay with this situation? And I was like, yeah, I've always wanted to know what that's like. And she wanted to know what it was like. And now we know what it's like.
Oh, so that was your first time being with a female?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, in that situation, yes.
Oh, so you've been with females before?
Yes.
Oh, so how was that? How was that being the third person in a relationship? Wow.
You know what? That was a little bit strange, just because you still kind of feel like you're that other woman, but when he's doing things to you and she's like watching you, kind of like, wait, you don't want to kill me, do you?
Yeah, I gotta ask. Was there ever a moment when you're like looking at her like, oh, let's see if she grabs a knife or something or a hammer? Like,
no,
I could not be so comfortable. I'm like, oh, how do you know this person's not gonna spaz out?
No, I mean, for the most part, she was really cool, and I was surprised at how cool she was, and I think that's what made the situation more comfortable.
Probably wasn't her first time.
It was. The thing is, there was also a lot of communication in this moment.
Wow.
So he would ask what we wanted, and I would ask what they needed. So it was a lot of, it was conversation, but still at the same time doing things during this conversation.
So it was
just like fun hanging out.
Was it? I bet it was fun hanging out. Was there a situation in which, like, I don't even know what to ask. This is your first time being with. Did you go down on her?
You know what? She was really sexy. So yeah.
Oh, and being your first time, was it like, I don't like walking? I don't know. Like, did you know what to do, or I don't know?
No, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was just like thinking about what I like, and I was like, okay, well, maybe that'll work for you. I don't know.
What was her response to it?
But she was cool with it. She was definitely cool with it. And I was like, okay, all right. Oh. Not too shabby.
So you're with a woman and a man at the same time?
Yeah.
And she went down on you. Did he go down on you as well?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and
is there a difference? You were doing like a taste test at the same time.
You know what? The thing is that most men are slightly more aggressive,
Hmm.
so they so it's a little rougher when it's a guy than when it's a woman.
So a woman is just more sensual with it.
Right. She's a little more gentle. She's, trying to kind of feel out what you're feeling.
Mm. Interesting. Wow, very
But men
interesting.
are kind of like, yeah, I'm loving this, they're just kind of doing what they're doing.
They're just in their feelings, getting whatever they want.
Right. And I mean, that's fine.
Wow. So when a female is doing her thing out there having these alternate relationships, how do you feel just about being judged?
I feel like I'm too old to be judged or too old to care if I'm judged. Because when you're in high school, it's like, oh my God, you know what they said about me? And you just want to curl up and cry. But I haven't been in high school in forever. So,
You're beyond all that right now.
yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Because if Jenny from the block says, oh, well, you're a hoe, and I'm not going to go cry. I'll be like,
So do your
Jenny,
friends do your friends know what you're doing, or do
oh,
they?
my friends feel like I'm like a telenovela. They're like, okay, let's see what's in the next chapter of what you're doing.
Oh, so they're living vicariously through you, or are they living the same life?
No, most of them are good girls. I normally hang out with good girls that are in relationships or married, and they're like, oh my God, how did you do that?
Do,
And they just live vicariously through me.
do you know their husbands?
Yes, but I also don't do friends and family.
Oh, so
So
you're not a cell phone plan.
no, not at all.
Oh,
Not at all. So yes, I know their husbands, and it's fine. They know that I'm not gonna cross that boundary with them,
oh,
you know.
okay.
But strangers, on the other hand, are kind of like
It's fair game if you don't know them.
pretty much.
Oh,
But if I meet them, then it's over.
oh man. Oh man. So you have male friends out here purposefully introducing their girlfriends to you. So like, yo, let's get this popping.
You know what? Actually, so when I had my first friend that we hung out, him and his significant other, I told another. He was like, "Yo, what? I think I gotta go have a conversation with my girl."
Mm.
So we have like a tentative appointment.
You guys put it on the calendar.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it's fine.
I don't even know what to say. I'm usually not one for cat having my tongue, but I really don't know what to say. If this is the life you want to live and you're comfortable in being safe in it, really, who should be judging? Men do it all the time. Heck, our former president bragged and boasted about it. So
Right, and most men do. Most men boast about it, and they're never received in any kind of negative way about it. I mean, probably from women, but for the most part, they're not.
I
And
don't
their
even think
friends are
I
like,
don't even think from women, because I think a lot of women like, oh, that's just love for this boy or somebody I'm just so love, and
right,
it's accepted for the most part.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, so I feel like if men are not bothered by it at all, why should I be bothered by it? And also, if anyone says anything to me that I feel like is negative, I also I mean, they don't pay my bills. They don't have any bearing on my life, so I don't see why it should matter.
You really could care less.
Yeah, like all that stuff.
Wow. And I don't even tell me more about this. Tell me more.
No, you know what? I was just in relationships and really long relationships that were like trying to be faithful and trying to behave and do things to make them happy. And in the end, I was miserable. So,
So did you ever cheat in any of these relationships?
of course, there
Okay.
was there was no way to not cheat. No, just like, okay, I can't handle this anymore.
So
You know?
what would annoy you about the relationships that you were in that would make you cheat, or what in general, like what would just make you cheat?
Oh no, there's so many things. So many things.
Top three, top four things.
Jealousy, unwarranted jealousy.
Also,
I felt like
if they
if
don't
you
know
were
you getting
gonna,
it popping, then you ain't got nothing to say.
no, the thing is, if you're gonna accuse me, right, and I didn't do anything, then does it matter if I do? because you're just going to accuse me anyway. So I might as well give you a good reason
Damn.
to accuse me. So that is, I think, probably number one.
Dang. So we
You know,
2, 3, and 4. Hit us.
let me see. Probably not giving it to me. Yeah, that's probably number two. Like, I feel like if you don't want to give it to me, I'm still cute. Like,
Don't be mad when you get it from someplace else.
right?
So would you say you have a high sex drive, that your appetite is a bit ridiculous? Or
Yeah.
maybe not ridiculous, just probably normal?
You know what? I feel like it's normal for me. I mean, I've kind of always been like this, so I don't know how to not be like this.
Okay.
So, and I feel like if I'm with somebody, you should be able to keep up with me. You know,
and if they're not,
I try not to be too demanding, but
wow.
I'm gonna have to take it to man level and be like, I have needs. You know.
Oh shit.
So,
Damn, you're right.
if I don't get it, then
Dang.
you know.
So just with you saying that, it is different hearing a woman saying it than a man. But I guess it's still just as selfish.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh-huh. So number 3 and 4, what is it?
Okay, let me see. Probably. Let's see. I think number 1 and 2 are pretty much like my main reasons.
1 and 2 can have you thrown off the island.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right,
but I think probably, just being annoying. Just being annoying is pretty much it. Like if constant nagging or like something that you just have to keep coming after me with, I'm going to be like, you know what? I need a distraction. And that distraction is normally a person.
Wow. You don't want nobody biting you on your back about stupidness. You like to live your life, apparently. You want to just relax and enjoy yourself.
I'm pretty chill. I'm definitely pretty chill. So if I'm not getting that same vibe back, then I'm probably going to start acting crazy. So.
No. Well, I guess it's cool that you know who you are, and it seems like you're being upfront with whoever you're being with. But do these guys ever catch feelings and try to really hold you down? Like, yo, you the one I want. You the one I've been looking for. And you're like, yeah, not really.
So when I'm in a relationship, then I'm willing to tone it down. I'm willing to like be that good girl. But for the most part, especially now, no. If they start catching feelings, if they start like wanting to tell me about their life or, have anything, make it anything more than what it is, then I need to disappear.
So if they're telling you about about their wife or their girlfriend, you cool with that?
Yeah, no, that's fine. And I give really good advice on keeping their wives and their girlfriends happy.
You ever get any calls from any wives or girlfriends like, yo, I know you messing with my man, or you get any calls? Or
it's funny. I not from people that I'm actually sleeping with.
Oh.
It's always some random woman who thinks that I'm with their man, and like recently that happened to me. And I got a call, and this woman called me maybe like 3 times in a row, and I happened to be away from my phone. I was busy, and then so she left all these messages of like how I need to stay away from her man, and I need to like know the person I'm talking to before I get with them, and I was thinking, who in the world is this woman talking about?
Because you were never with her man.
No. But then I had to start asking the guys that I was juggling. I'm like, are you cool? Like you and like.
Did you know who it was?
I had no idea. So then one time she did call, and I actually picked up the phone, and I was like, so who's your man? And she's like, oh, the one you've been texting. I was like, girl, that doesn't mean anything to me. You need to be specific.
And what did she
say? So then she finally told me eventually who her man was, and I was like, what? I I was like, no, that's I've never even gone there. I never thought about going there. And she was like, yeah, but you were texting him, and she kept going.
What were
And
your
that
texting like? Was it like exotic texting, sex texting, or sexting as they call it, I guess? Like what, or were you just guys just talking?
I wish it was. I wish it was, because then I could understand why she was being so crazy. No, it was just silly, random. Like, oh, I saw this thing on the porch the other day. I was just like nothing. So then she kept calling me. She kept calling me. She would leave all these really mean messages, and I would just laugh because I'm like, this woman is absolutely insane. And so then, I just ended up just telling her, look, if you keep calling me, I am just gonna fuck him out of spite.
Oh,
Just out of spite.
oh,
Because I never wanted him, but since you want to annoy me so much, I will give you the pleasure of yelling at me for a reason.
damn! Did she still call?
No, I haven't heard from her since, so I don't know.
I guess that's one way to stop it.
Yeah, felt like it was completely unnecessary.
Sheesh. Do you have a type? Like, what kind of guys do you like, or are they random, younger, older, tall, dark, handsome, pale, and hairy? What's your type?
So I have pretty much a type in probably every race.
Okay.
I normally stick with the tall, dark, and handsome, but I like blue eyes and black hair, and I like. But the one constant is that I love muscles.
Oh, okay.
So I love gym rats, and
okay.
really, yeah,
That does it for you.
it does it for me. But I do make the exception if I feel like somebody's fun to be around. If their vibe is just energetic and they're just excited.
Personality means a lot.
It does. It does. Not that I want to know too much about their personality, but
You just want to have
little
fun.
right. I'm just into the fun. I don't want anything other than fun, because that's when things get complicated, and that's when people expect too much.
What would you do if you
Is
got
when-
pregnant by one of these guys?
Oh no, this factory's closed.
The factory's closed.
This factory is closed, and there's too much protection going on to let that happen. So no.
You have kids? Do your kids know about what you're doing if you do?
No. What? That would be insane.
Oh, okay. So you really, got
That's
it on
not
the
their
low.
place.
That is true.
That is definitely not their place.
What would you say if you found out that your daughter was maneuvering in the same way that you are at a young age?
I don't doubt that would happen, but I would just try and guide her to just be as safe as possible while doing what she's doing.
Oh, that's a twist. I have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be like, you always tell your
but
kids
you're a
be
guy,
safe.
so
Yeah, I guess that is true. Guys see that one way, and I guess guys are very judgy. Men always want to know why, I don't know, but men want to know what a female's body count was, how many dudes you've been with, as if it matters.
Well, I think that's hilarious when a man wants to know your body count, because he always wants to be with a virgin, and he always wants to be with that one. I know a guy who married. Well, he had 2 girls, and one was really beautiful, and she was nice, and she was fun. But I think she did have I don't even think it was a high body count, but she did have a body count. And then he had this other girl that was not she was just okay looking, and her personality, she has like a very interesting personality.
What does that mean?
And
Interesting.
sometimes it was a good one, and sometimes it was not so much.
She was shifty with it.
Yeah.
So which did he choose?
But she didn't have a body count at all. She was a virgin, and of course he went for the virgin. And then later he was, complaining about her and
miserable.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, good job. You made a great decision.
So would you say being a retired, I would say retired hoe, is better than being a virgin? Because the reason why I say retired hoe, meaning you've done all your hoeing and you're like, I'm done with that. I want to settle down. Would you say that is a better way to go, or is it better to save yourself for that one person or 2 or 3 people to hold yourself back and be with one person? Which would you say is a better lifestyle to live before you're in a committed relationship?
Well, I feel like it depends on the person. I
Mm.
think it depends on the person because, like I said, a lot of my friends are good girls and they're not into being with a lot of people and they're happy like that. They need to go out on like 20 dates before they even kiss a guy. I mean,
Oh,
and that's what makes them happy.
okay. To each
And
their
they
own.
also don't also have the urge to be with that many people.
Mm. Not where you're at, though.
Because me, I'm like, ooh, it's a random Tuesday, like kind of feel like I need something.
If one of your homegirls are messing around, they out there trying to get it popping, and their husband, boyfriend, whatever, find out or thinking about it, are you covering for them? Like, nah, she was with me. We went. Are you covering for them or what?
For me, it's my girls know that I'm a ride or die. So
It's a whole wild world.
yeah, like he says to me, "Oh, was she with you? Oh, hell yeah." you know. And then at the same time texting her like, "Yo, you were with me and we did this."
What were you wearing, bitch? What were you wearing?
Word.
Mm-hmm. Sheesh. Has that ever happened?
No, because like I said, they're good. So I don't normally have that issue. It's normally me with them. Like, yo, if anybody asks, all right, just let them know.
Mm. Wow.
So normally they don't have to do that for me, but I don't normally have to do that for them.
Okay. Sheesh. It's a whole wide world, ladies and gents and ladies. We are here listening to the workings of this young lady's life. And you know what? She's living it. Just wanted to say thank you for talking sweet with Sweet Baby J.
You're welcome. It was a
Wow.
fun conversation.
Wow. Have you ever talked to anyone else about this?
Well, I don't hide this. I don't, everybody knows this is me and I am unapologetically me. So, you don't like it, you keep it moving.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Well, young lady, continue getting yours. Be safe with it. Live your life the way that you feel to. And if you ever have anything that you want to talk about anonymously, you can always ring into Talkin Sweet.
Alrighty, will do.
There you go. You have a great one. Stay sexy.
Bye.
That's about it.